Hey everybody,
I'm Caleb.
I'm Sam.
And I'm Will.
And we are Working Title! Missed! Guys, we're back for Demon Slayer Season 3, Episode 9. Missed Hashira. Let's make sure I don't pronounce this wrong. Muichiro Tokito!
Muichiro Tokito.
Y'all, last on, he stepped up to the plate, he escaped the bubble, we learned about his past, a tragic past with
demons and a brother that's no more.
Right. So, make sure you leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you've not already done so. We are approaching the end of Demon Slayer, but that doesn't mean that the show's done. So you gotta stick around by subscribing so when the next season or arc comes out, you can be there for it. Check out the Patreon. We are wrapping up Tokyo Ghoul and Death Note. Still dropping 2 episodes per week. Get them while you still can before it's over. And we will see you in the reaction. Puncher!
いや、別に舐めてるわけじゃないよ。事実を言ってるだけで、どうせ君は僕に首を切られて死ぬんだし。
I'm only stating the fact that you asked.
I'm just like give up, you know?
Don't let me get in my zone.
見た目も喋り方もとにかく気色が悪い。
Totally agree.
私のこの美しさ、別所主に本を見せても読めないのと同じ。
君の方がなんだか便所に住んでいそうだけど。
黙れ便所虫。お前
He's
が
got all
手
the
足の
arms.
短い新築林の刃。私の首には届かない。
ああ、もしかして自分に対して言ってる独り言だった。
Projection!
Projecting hard.
We got the gaslight and the projection demon.
なんで？
気になっちゃって。なんかその壺、形歪んでない？左右対称に見えないよ。へったくそだな。
He's taunting him. My face is perfect! Oh! What is that? So many
Maybe it's piranhas or something.
Sliding
Slime fish.
万匹の視覚がお前を骨まで食い尽くす。私の作品のいつもにしてやる。
霞の呼吸。
We're making sushi tonight!
月の歌唱。
We're dispersing this.
How do you like it? Smoked? Raw?
霞の呼吸。三の型。加算のしぶき。
Poison goes away. Just like that.
回転で全て弾き飛ばされた。
Whoa! What happened with the bodies?
He
脱
like
皮する
he
し。
shed his skin,
Yeah.
Ew.
Wow.
Oh, he's like a snake.
ああ、もうめんどくさいよ。
Is that actually
Oh.
Is his real body like a
逃げる
snake's
のやめて
body?
くれないかな。
Maybe we should kill him. Oh my god, I hate him.
はい。
He's an eel. Ew.
この姿を見せるのはお前で3人目。
Third person.
結構いるね。
So a lot of it.
私が本気を出した時、生きていかれ
Gosh,
た。
he's,
normal arms now.
he's like the swamp thing.
必要たじたらバカガキが。この透き通るような鱗は金剛石よりもなお固く強い。
This is a cool form.
この中で練り上げたこの完全なる美しき姿。
Wow.
Leroy's a big fish. I still hate it.
That's pretty. I like it more.
It's better, but I still hate it. He
Not
does not care. Not impressed, yeah.
I was. You would have liked me.
なんとか言ったらどうなんだこのテクノボケ。本当に人の信じる
He's like, man, what the?
いや、だってさっき黙ってろって言われたし、
Oh, he's just respecting his wishes. His wishes.
そんなびっくりもしなかった。
Antagonize until aggravated.
He's just still punching the air. Where are you?
What is that? Oh! You have fish in his throat? Oh, it like destroyed his clothes.
体の柔らかくも
Did you say his powers to touch things they turn to fish?
Yeah.
That's so awesome. I love that. Wow, what a cool power.
自由自在ワオ。震えているな 恐ろしいか。先ほどの攻撃も本気ではない。
どんなすごい攻撃も当たらなかったら意味ないでしょ。
He's right.
あの煮えたぎる怒りを。
When I see red, it's all over. And then what? Did the lady, Master's wife, come through?
湯の準備を急いで。傷口には綺麗な布を当てなさい。はい。
運よく助けられなければそのまま死んでいただろう。記憶を失っても体が覚えている。
That's Steam.
死ぬまで消えない怒りだ。
The fury of what happened, yeah.
だから僕は血ヘドを吐くほど自分を鍛えて叩き上げたんだ。鬼を滅ぼすために。
Stop posturing and fight! That'd be awesome. No, you died.
霞の呼吸。
One shot. One shot. He literally has no power.
Whoa!
He's gone. Does he have shadow clones? Oh, the white eyes. Hey guys, remember, the mist isn't really there. He's fast. He's just running really, really fast.
It's there for me.
Damn right.
That's so cool. Well, there's a bit of an upgrade for both of them. I like it.
ねえ、君はさ、
Bet you'd win.
なんで自分だけが本気じゃないと思う？
And that was it. Oh my. What the hell? Upside down. He's gotta be done, right?
You're such a dud if this.
おしまいだね。さようなら。お前はもう二度と生まれてこなくていいからね。
Yeah, you could rest in peace forever. Oh,
Right, he's already been beheaded once. Yeah.
well, that doesn't matter. It wasn't the sword.
Clearly, this didn't matter either. Finish it!
7 in the eyes.
There we go.
Yeah! That's what I like to see. Get him out of here.
Good!
Oh, yeah, he's dead now.
You're the worst
もう
upper.
いいからさ。早く地獄に行ってくれないかな。
Yeah.
Facts.
Gosh, dang. This episode, you're like almost cool. You still died a punk ass bitch.
Down goes number 5. 4 left, right? Oh look, we haven't seen her in about 4 episodes.
確固たる自分を取り戻したとき、君はもっと強くなれる。
自分が何者なのか分かれば、迷いも戸惑いも焦燥も消え失せ、
Nice.
振り下ろされる刃から逃れられる鬼はいない。
Okay. So he is him.
大丈夫、大丈夫。うん。
I really feel amazing
す
right
ぐ炭
now.
治郎たちのところへ行かないと。全然大丈夫だって。
He's dying,
聞
no.
いてる？
He is gonna be useless in this next fight. Not around. Turn him on his side so he doesn't suffocate. He felt like he was standing up, but just face down now. Dude, turn him over! On his side!
横向きにした方がいいですよ。
Yeah, so he doesn't choke. God. Somehow the kid lived. Kotetsu lived.
腕の傷割と深いんで血が止まんないとこれから死ぬかもしれ
They
ないです
stabbed
け
him in
ど
the gut.
あと腹の方には
Oh my
Which-
gosh.
炭治郎さんから預かってた唾を入れてたので
They just pulled a fellowship of the ring on me.
When Goku saved
頭に
him.
つけてほしいって言われてたんですよ
Right, Goku. Yeah.
The
Him.
legend.
Timothy.
It's too soon. Come
Like a year.
on. No, it's still
For
too
us, at
soon.
least.
The donut himself.
That's fucked
And back to hell.
Help me! Oh god! Back to Tanjiro almost dying. He's got big dragons!
伸びる範囲はおよそ66尺だ
What the heck is
一
Shaku?
つ分かったぞ
A measurement. Alright.
神隠れ敵やろ
Here,
Ooh,
look at the sky.
it
Look at
looks
the
so
sky.
good, it
Show
looks
me the
so
sky.
good.
No, it's happening again.
Come on, take the mask off. Stop teasing it.
Oh,
Did it
what?
bleed when it got hit? You see that?
Yeah.
Whoa!
Bro, he's got super strength. Wait, wasn't he like holes over the last one? I think so.
Anime heal. He probably did an incantation or something.
Where's our girl?
Oh! Oh!
That was gross. I don't like that. Never show me that again.
もういとわがない回復できない
No way he's running. Bro, your foot is completely shattered.
Oh!
What?
Xenomorph, kill it! Oh! It's okay. We're okay. We'll kill it from the inside.
It's okay. Aaron did it. You can do it too. She's gonna get eaten too.
Go inside. Find him.
Oh! Crushed.
Oh!
Oh, right. Because it's rocks. I think it said wood, but still. Oh. Close enough.
Oh! Oh! That's horrible.
It's gonna end.
終わりだ
Finally.
There she is. Oh. Bestie! Time for just a jump in the rubble.
柱か
My bones are all crushed.
すごいお化け何あれカモさん大丈夫ごめんね遅れちゃってギリギリだったね
Yeah.
炭治郎くん休んでていいよ頑張ったね偉いぞ鼓膜が破れて聞こえない
What did she say?
It's just like Will.
炭治郎
Shut up.
あとは任せてちょうだい
How joyous her music is.
Yeah.
I feel like everything's so victorious and Tanjiro is dying.
Rip it down.
Hey, look where you're going!
Episode end.
Wait, look who's at the
I didn't see
post
it.
credit. Look at the post credit.
The funny, is it
Important
the funny
post credit
man?
scene.
Is it the funny man?
Yeah.
Yay! What funny man?
You'll see the
think it's
bestest of
The
boys.
funniest guy. Yes! Wait, I'm ready. The silly man. Yes! Our heroes. The ones we wanted for so
俺た
long.
ちの
I was literally about to say that.
俺の
When's
出
my
番は
turn? Huh?
敵の姿をどこにも感じねえ。敵はどこにいるんだ。だからしばらくないんだよ。出番。
Oh no!
Don't remind
じゃあ
me.
今回の任務を果たして次の任務行くぞ。2は恋柱
No!
そんな条件ぶっ倒しちまえ。分かったな。天の島。
Hashira. What did it say the episode's name is called?
Miss Canner or
love,
something.
I love Hashira, Mitsuri, whatever.
Kanroji.
Alright, well, that is a wrap on Upper 5. Wow.
Whoa. Excuse me.
Alright. You know, before I diss the guy.
No.
No, it's okay.
Do not give him props.
No.
Don't.
It's okay, it's okay. Something positive before the negative. Before I diss the guy, I do like the form that he took. I like the new look quite a lot.
He was like an Aquaman villain.
Yeah, I like that so much more than the pot.
Yeah.
So ultimately, what the pot was just something he crafted himself, and he was just proud of. Like he was an artiste. Like he, I guess that translates to mutilating bodies in a new form of art, because that's what his like newer form of art was: just killing people, turning them into these like monolithic things to behold and fear and be proud of in his own self. And I guess it stemmed from, who knows? Maybe he was an artist back in the day, or a potter. Is that what they're called?
I guess, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what
I don't know this.
was.
You mean
Well, it's
specifically
pottery.
clay?
Potter,
Yeah.
like a.
Potter is.
We'll have to ask Carrie on that one because I
Probably
don't know,
Potter,
but
yeah.
that was a really bad joke. So
No, that was good.
okay,
I liked it.
thank you.
I've never seen
I
Harry
kind of
Potter,
gagged as I
actually.
said it. Anyway, I liked his look. I thought it was cool. But that's about it because I am pretty underwhelmed by that. I've said it so many times this season already. I love Gyutaro in terms of an adversary. How is this guy better than him?
I don't know. But
I don't see it. I'm not upset with the season. I'm just saying if we're looking at it from like a power level play, it's just not comparable. It's not. At least for me, I feel like that fight is like one of the greater anime fights I've seen. It lasted over several episodes. It was a beauty to witness, even from somebody that's not the biggest Demon Slayer fan. And in my mind, maybe this is a really hot take, but in my mind, for any Season 1 fans, I don't even think it compares to the Bloodweb guy that we fought in the forest. I loved that fight with the Bloodweb guy, the one from the family.
Rui.
Like, that was a really cool... The family dynamic, their flashbacks, their, like, story just felt like... And they're like, lower demons. I just felt like that was so much more interesting in terms of, like, adversaries that we're dealing with. And so, in comparison to this guy... I'm just like, we never ended up really going into depth with him. And mind you, all Season 1 really really focused on like the smaller demons. We focused on a lot of the smaller demons and where they come from. The drummer boy, the one that's voiced by Zeke in like episode 4 during the trials. Like all those guys, and then Gyutaro and Daki, they all got their moments. This guy got none of that. The persona was okay. But like, what happened? Where did we go wrong with this one?
Yeah, I mean, I think it was odd that he is probably the one major demon that lasted more than one episode that we didn't get a backstory on. I mean, because like the only person, like all the ones that have died, we've gotten backstories on. Akaza's like the only one that we really don't fully understand.
Right.
But we still have time with him, so it's like, you know what I mean? Like that gives you time to think about or explain where he's at. Like I was surprised that he didn't have any interaction. I think in fairness to like the coolness of the fight was nowhere near our last major upper demon rank fight. But I feel like that's probably just, I don't know. I mean, it's one of those things where it's like, it seems like more of the cool fight would be focused on like Tanjiro's battle. You know what I mean? Like, I hope, like, Tanjiro's side of the fight has been more interesting to me the entire way through.
It has been.
Oh, for sure.
So hopefully it stays that way even with Tanjiro like out of the fight with Mitsuri taking control. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess you could just bare minimum chalk it up to Muichiro just being a better Hashira than Rengoku and
Sure.
Tengen.
Yeah.
To me, like that's like the only way that you can describe or explain it away as to like how easily the dude was defeated.
Yeah.
But they didn't even really put up much of a fight.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's hard to understand how they are ranked. Like, because we haven't really got an explanation other than just assuming one is stronger than the other.
Right.
Because this guy, I don't even know his name. Upper 5. It's kind of funny. It just goes to show. Like,
It's Gyoko
and
like
I don't know how the hell you
Hemichin or something.
oh yeah, it's something starts with
Hechiman,
an H.
something later.
But Gyoko, and at least to compare his strength, he was able to like lock up a Hashira, and he also can seemingly spawn like an endless army of fish,
Yeah.
big and small. Which I know is
That's
funny.
hilarious.
Just to put it that way is funny, but it's like
He's got a lot of fish.
it does.
Why did his power go from I can summon like a few fish to everything I touch is fish?
It's kind of like when people used to compare the Justice League back in the day, and it's like you got Superman, you got Wonder Woman, you got Green Lantern, and then you got Aquaman who can talk to dolphins. It's like,
Yeah.
we are not the same.
Yeah. But
But I think it's because he's higher up than the twins that it's just a little like jarring.
well, but that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying is like it's hard because Muichiro could just be stronger.
He could be,
So
yeah.
that's one thing, and then the other thing too is that this dude was strong enough that he was able to like incapacitate a Hashira without him getting his like mental amp or whatever. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like get like in the right mind state to even get out of there.
Oh, yeah.
And he was able to summon like a whole army.
Right.
So you know what I mean? It's like, does Gyutaro stand up to that? Him and Daki? I don't know. You know what I mean? Like they might not be able to hold a candle to that in that regard.
And the show is framing this like the fear demon and the hatred that guy. It seems like that's going to be the big fight of the season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like when you have great battles, and you're right, like it's probably a power thing, but just when you give the audience such incredible moments like Akaza and Rengoku, and then pretty much the entire Entertainment District arc is just a major battle, it's like setting a precedence of what to expect for the show. So I feel like it's at least fair for it to like say it's lackluster because you've been treated so kindly by the artistes of the show who've shown you such amazing artistry and the drawings. And maybe honestly, maybe it's topical from the fact that we're talking about that a lot of these things aren't visually seen by the characters to a degree. That maybe the art, like the manga to anime people just didn't know exactly how to lay out the fight geographically, like how to make it work when it's a fish guy versus a mist one. I don't know. You can do more pizzazz with a flamboyant fire rocket guy versus Gyutaro in the most vibrant city versus a town, versus the woods.
Yeah.
Like you're in the Entertainment District, everything's colorful, exploding, fires burning, or this is just like the trees and fish.
And fish.
Maybe it's even a personal taste in my own aesthetic for what I want from a fight.
I think anybody that watches this would understand that objectively, Entertainment District's fights were 1,000 times better than this so far,
Right.
or at least Muichiro's part. I like the Emotion Demons fights with Tanjiro, but even
Yeah.
still, those are not.
They're still
Comparable.
not yet. They're
So-
working their way out.
Yeah, but it's hard. It's like you give some, not, all shows aren't always gonna continually elevate. I'm sure eventually it'll get back to that level, but right now we're just kind of more in like
Yeah.
the lull stage.
I have a question for Muichiro with his whole kind of brain dead persona that he developed after the trauma. I know he talked about it a little bit how it's like as a result of what he went through, and in my mind from the previous episode, he had the incident, and then the next thing we saw was him dealing with the sword trainer, the guy who was helping him with the swords, and he was worried for him, and he was already in that lulled state. today we saw him showing emotion in between that period where he's training outside, and he had his emotions back. So if he was able to like go back into like, I mean, he showed so much emotion on his face compared to like where he is now. So
he said literally what he said in that moment was that my body remembered, but my mind didn't.
Okay, so it's the physicality that like at least puts him there for muscle memory.
Yeah, or like his body was still feeling the trauma, and it was like he was like working it out to get better at it. I mean, you know, there's probably, of course, we don't get like the dialogue of how they even explain to him that he's in this place or what's going on. You know what I mean? And he could have just knew that he was mad about something and that he needed to go work it out.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And then,
they explained it, the rage thing. The rage always brings him like that back.
Yeah.
The bloodlust. He saw,
but he did,
all you see is red.
But
I'm seeing red.
But he didn't understand what that meant till today.
Yeah.
Like he had experienced that before, but he's like, I just don't get it until now that he has the full memory back.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, that basically, I assume that is the end for Muichiro's progression, at least for flashback material.
Probably.
I don't know if we'll be returning to him because it looks like we're hopping into Love Hashira.
Yeah. It seems like it's going to be her show from now on for the rest of this.
So be it.
Tanjiro's foot is gone.
We've been waiting.
The joint got snapped.
Yeah, his foot.
Oh,
Yeah. They got decimated by
a little bit.
upper rank 4.
And it is a more exciting fight because you got 3 players in it, and they're all full of emotion, bleeding out, screaming, hooting and hollering, putting in their work. What do you want more? What do you want from this fight? I want Nezuko to drop the mouthpiece immediately. I'm ready for it.
I want to hear a spoken word from
Spoken
Nezuko.
word?
Not a
poetry.
I don't want a poetry slam. I just want her to be like, "Yo, what's up, guys? It's me, Nezuko."
Yeah. I think that would be cool. I also like, I don't know. I mean, at this point, I kind of just want to see what Mitsuri's got going on.
Right.
Just because, like...
With her flashback?
Yeah, just, like,
intro.
who she is. Because there's just not much else at this point. I mean, like, Tanjiro, it's plot armor if he fights with the broken foot. There's just no way. Not a broken foot, it's a decimated foot. His foot doesn't
completely detached.
It
from
doesn't have
any part of
structure, it's just mush.
It looked like
the bones are all
a
gone.
bunny girl from My Hero, her arm collapsed.
Oh,
on
yeah.
itself.
Oh, stop.
Yeah.
Oh.
Or it was twisted, right?
Yeah, it got like
twisted.
the gnome
Yeah.
just destroyed it.
Yeah, like if that, he can't do anything at this point for now. Genya, like we already kind of got his story too. So it, like literally the only things for me would be Nezuko speaking up or Mitsuri doing her thing.
Maybe it's like Nezuko and Mitsuri focused. Like it's just the 2 women.
Women time.
And that I'd say there's plenty of evidence for that because the intro.
Yeah.
I wanna do like a little polling. Okay, and I want to include you guys too in this. Not obviously, once again, sorry for the manga guys, not for you guys, but with the intro, they show black-haired version of maybe Mitsuri or maybe a sister. Which one do you think it is? I'll just say the version with the black hair only appears in the end running away from her. So perhaps it's like a former version, like a maturity thing, like she let die and go away. It's just weird because she's running away from the one she is now and she's smiling at the one that ran away. Is this just a season focusing on siblings and ties to people we're connected to because of Tanjiro and all his stuff with the Yorichi guy, Michiro with Yuichiro and that dynamic of the Wind Hashira with Genya? Is this are we just doing a theme?
Yeah, I mean, it would make sense. To me, it would make sense if it's just a sibling thing.
Okay.
Of her backstory, you know. And it could just be... I mean, to me, that made it seem like Mitsuri was... I don't know. I kind of got the vibe that was Mitsuri dressing up to be like someone else, and maybe the black-haired version of her was like, is she's envisioning herself as the older sibling or the older person she looked up to, and her running away to go do her thing, or it's the other way around. It's actually like a younger sibling that she was like, go be your own person, and then she's like, yay, and runs away, and that's it.
It's actually really funny because as I prompted the question, I immediately I provided all this evidence that I didn't even realize in the moment about how all the siblings are actually focused on. I didn't even think of that because I was so... my vote was going to be on the fact that it's just her looking at herself rather than a sibling. And then I brought up the siblings. I'm like, maybe that is the one.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna throw my bets on it. It's just her looking at her younger self. But I'll just be the one to throw my chips into that bag. What about you?
I think it's going to be like rough childhood backstory. She dyes her hair, goes off on her own type beat.
So no sister.
No sister, it's just her.
Or
she's looking at like
maybe there's a sister, but it's
past,
not the one we're
the
seeing.
past her running, like going off.
Okay.
And she's like, goodbye, younger me.
No sister, no sister. You want to be the sister to
yeah. I mean, that's where I feel.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's what I feel for real. I had a thought.
Throw your bets into.
I had a thought about when you guys were beginning of the talk about the no backstory. What's the common denominator though when there is a backstory?
It's
like
Tanjiro being
there. And Muichiro did not sympathize with him whatsoever. He's like, I need you to stop talking. Time to die. Cut him into pieces. Tanjiro like gives them the time to be like, I'm sorry, your life turned this way.
Yeah. That's a good point.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
But
So I had to figure out what you meant by the Tanjiro thing. Yeah, you're right about that.
He's the one that either does the finishing blow or is just there.
To give
I'm
the
so
speech.
sorry that your life sucked this
That's a
bad.
great point.
See, but the only thing about that, which you're right, that it's like all of them. Did he do that for Gyutaro and Daki?
He saw them as they did the thing where they showed the sibling comparison. It's like this could have been me.
Oh, right,
Yeah,
yeah,
right.
right.
So
He
I
did
don't
have
think-
some thought on it.
Yeah, so he like looked down on them with pity, like, I'm sorry that
Life was this way.
life did you like this, and you ended up this way, and then they had their flashback.
Right. He called him out like, why are you cursing at each other?
Yeah,
Like,
this
you're
is how
about to die.
siblings should
You guys clearly like each other. Well, what are you doing?
Yeah.
It's your final moments.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just weird. I always find that weird in the show how that works because it's like, I don't know. It's like all Gyutaro and Daki were like the only ones that had like a hell ending.
Oh,
You know what I mean? Because remember, they walked towards like the darkness. They didn't walk towards the light, which he was like, Daki can go that way. I'm gonna stay this way, but she ended up staying with him. You know what I mean?
The other one, some of them did get a heavenly route, like a,
No, but that's what I'm saying.
Oh.
I'm saying they all got heavenly routes except for him.
Okay.
Which I was just saying that's just, to me, it's odd. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you go through, and because most of these people make the decision to become a demon. It's not like they're getting, like, forced into it. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like they're going out of their way to, like, I want more power, I want a better life, I want to feel better about myself, whatever. And they do these things, and they end up being a demon. They do horrible things as a demon. So to me, it's like, why do they get to live their life up until, like, the final moment and die
and then like
as
make it,
bad?
and then,
But
like,
then,
make a choice.
but then they get to, like, have, like, literally that last second, like, of consciousness choice to be like, you know what, I'm going to step to the good side now. Where Gyutaro, like, just doubled down. Was like, nah, I can't go with you that way. I'm going this way. And Daki's like, all right, I'll stick with my brother. That's how it is.
I wonder what like, because that comes off more like a Christian faith-based thing. Like, you just everything's clean. Like, what's the common belief in what's the major religion in Japan? What is?
I don't know about, like, at this time period, but I know at some point one of the characters mentioned Buddha. Or
Buddha,
Buddhism.
right? They mentioned
So-
Buddha last episode.
Which to me, I'm not.
I don't know though.
I'm not, like, well read on Buddhism at all, but I thought that part of it.
Is it the reason I brought it up? Is it like because like in some faiths it's like almost like a, what do you call it, a scale, like your good deeds and then your bad deeds. So like a lot of these people, it would be like their bad deeds outweigh, so they would be opted more for a hell. There wouldn't be a choice at the end. That's why I said this one's a little bit funky, that they can just choose based off how their heart is in the last moment, which is kind of wild.
Yeah. Well, and it's just weird because I couldn't figure out the vibe of the show was that there's karma involved. And that, like, karma comes back to you, which, you know, is like an Eastern philosophy type of thing. I know it's in Hinduism, and I'm pretty sure it's a thought process of Buddhism.
It could even be like
quote me on it if I'm wrong, but
we're not the authority on world religion.
this could also be like a reincarnation thing, like how your spirit is in your final moment, like might help determine what you get in the next iteration.
I just always was under the impression that reincarnation was like a combination of your life's choices, like a thing on a Libra scale. You know what I mean? Where it's like you know, like in like karma, where it's like you did these things, you lived your life this way, so now in your next life, this is you reap what you sow at that point. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I mean, in the comments you can correct us on our religious, like, or what our idea of the religion is, or these religions are, and like what is the thought process, I guess, behind.
Yeah, what better way to
The
express
show.
your faith? We're literally asking.
Yeah.
Send it our way. I'm curious because it's just so weird that some of them can get a clean slate when they've done horrible things.
Well, all of them do. I mean, like,
But you only see that in like very few religions where it's like, yeah, you're wiped clean.
Yeah, I guess the thing that's odd about it is just like that. There's no. It's after death.
It's
You
a
have
purgatory.
died. Yeah, you have died, and then you make the decision of like, oh, you know, life was bad, so I'm gonna make the opportunity to go forward.
And did the big beast one even get a decision? Because Tanjiro killed it, and it was
then he just
crying, and then he just
walked
became a
off with-
child.
yeah, and he walked off with his brother or his dad or whoever it was as hands. Like they were going back to live the life that they were supposed to live.
And that's funky too. Is that supposed to be like his innocence as a child meant like he wasn't at the capability of making decisions, and after becoming a demon, he no longer was capable of like going against his desires. Like, I don't know. And then we got like Nezuko. Like, what do we do with people like her? She's like has this maybe desire to cater to her desires. We haven't even 3 seasons in. We haven't even explored it. So
Yeah.
I don't even know who she is, bro. She's just here.
she's really just here.
She's
Another reason we
standing
need to get that mouthpiece out. She's been put on the sidelines. Really, even though she fights, she's been sidelined hard in the show.
Yeah.
Just not fair. Even Alphonse got to do stuff in Full Metal,
Yeah.
and he was in
That was the goat,
He was in
yeah.
the tin suit. Battery's about to die. Any thoughts?
Nope.
Y'all, we love you. Hope you're having a great day or night, depending on when you watch this. Leave comments down below. Fill us in for you Buddhists out there, or really any religions that are more in line with Demon Slayer, perhaps. And fill us in. We see you in the next reaction. We love you. Punch it.
Yeah.